everyone. I'm very excited. This Monday, I have a special guest. But before I bring her, I'm just going to be introducing myself and also introducing what the show is all about. My name is Sandra Uko. I'm a Master Leadership Certified Team Member. I'm a speaker, coach, and trainer. I'm a member of the Toastmasters, an IT sales expert of over 20 years, and also a best-selling author. And just recently got gifted the Presidential Lifetime Award. And today is Making a Difference Every Day with Sandra Uko. Made show. So what is made? We are unique. Everyone that God has created, God has input in them different gifts and talents that makes us very unique. You can imagine how boring it would be if every one of us are the same. We're different. God has input in each and every one of us skills and talents. And one of the reasons why we're not getting the best from each other is because we are not harnessing our giftings. We can do much more. And so today I have a great guest with me. We have similar energy. You're going to be hearing her when she starts speaking. So I have the guest and I'll be introducing her. She'll be telling us what she's been up to in her words because she will be a better salesperson than I would to sell her. So she'll tell us what she's been doing as an educationist. And over to you, Madam Maria. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited to have you. I know if you leave me on this show, I'm going to be talking all day, but let me let you speak. Introduce yourself and tell us what you've been up to in your word.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you for having me in the show this afternoon. Just like she said, we have the same energy. Like we do have the same energy. My name is Maria Adesina. I'm an educationist. I have been in this field for 18 years now. I do special education, autistic children, Down syndrome, name the list, ADHD and all of that. And I've been in this field for 18 years. Just like I said, I'm so passionate about children. And thank you so much once again for inviting me to the Made Show. My background, the reason why I love, apart from being an educationist, I'm also a mother, a lover of Christ. I'm an evangelist, a lady evangelist in my church. I work with the children, basically, even in church and outside of church. And I am also doing my doctorate in early childhood education. And the reason why I love this profession, I'm also a businesswoman, just to let you know. Myself and my husband, we run a school in Nigeria and in the United States of America. And going back to my background, the reason why I chose early childhood education was not because I am so passionate at first, but I've been actually a business person since when I was young. I love business. I've started business. I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad when I was as young as 14. So I love business. So when I even went to Unilag to do my course in early childhood education, I went there. My mind was not on early childhood, it was actually on business. So I went them on a business term because I was doing recharge card. I was what's it called? I was doing phone calls when phone calls was still $50 per minute. That was when I was doing the phone call, and recharge card was very, very expensive.
$50 per minute or 15 naira?
15 naira, sorry, thank you. 15 naira per minute. So I was making a lot as a 15-year-old girl. I was making in a month, I was making as much as probably like 30,000 in a month, where my mates would go and work and be making 10,000. So I don't want that kind of money. And at that point I was like, I was not even going to go to school. Reading Rich Dad Poor Dad exposed me. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, exposed me to a lot of things. So I'm like, no school. So I told my mom, and my mom was like, no, you have to go to school. Even if you're going to be a business person, you have to go to school. So then and there, I grudgingly went to school for early childhood education. So I was doing my early childhood education. I got in there and I was still doing my business. I was selling clothes to the university students. I was selling perfume. I was selling, and I was still doing my phone call business and recharge card. So, and I was going to school as an early childhood educationist. So, going by the years, it was time for my IT for teaching practice. So I went to a school, and because I was already making money, so I didn't even need their money. So in my mind, going to that school to do my what do they call it? Is it IT or internship? Thank you. So in my mind, I'm like, they were going to pay me like 40,000 in a month because I was expecting that much, or 50,000. Only for them to interview me and said, oh, you have a very good CV. This is so beautiful. Oh, and we need you. We need people like you with your experience and all of that. So we are going to be, and I just had 1 year to finish school. So we are going to be paying you like 10,000 in a month. I almost grew mad. I told my, I was dating my husband then. So when we got to meet, I told him, I said, how much, what is this? What am I going to use this money for? He said, it's experience. You just have to gain that experience. You have to go. And that is one thing you have to learn. Don't, those people in their career world, don't, because of money, take an opportunity. Because when I eventually went there, I was making up to $60,000 naira in a month. I was able to do that. I was able to do that through lessons. So we are done with school like 2:30, and those teachers there, because I was an assistant teacher, because I was learning, they introduced me to lessons. So I was going to, and there was an estate opposite my school, and there is a lot of children there. So lesson is like a tutor where you make money. So I had like 2, 3 parents. So they were paying me, each of them were paying me 30,000. Each of them were paying, and I just spent 1 hour there. So 1 hour of tutor, I made like 20,000 or 30,000 plus my 10,000. Is that not what I wanted? So that is that was what I wanted. So that's to tell you that if you are going into a career or whatever you want to go to, don't just look at the money alone. Because at the long run, when you go into it, you find out that there are much more benefits. There are much more things so it's not just the money. There are much more benefits that you can get from it. And that's kind of opened my horizon. And moving down to the United States of America, from there, I moved to so many places. I learned a lot of things, but my business part did not go down. It didn't diminish, in the sense that my mom was a building contractor. So I still help her out with our building contracting job. So we still go out, we supply granite, sharp sand, plaster sand for building. So I still go out, I still make money from that too. So I'm doing that one, I'm still juggling the other. So I know that from the books that I've read and all of the things I've known, I knew that being a salary earner, you can't be wealthy just being a salary earner. You just have to. It will limit you, exactly. So you just spend all the years working for somebody, and at the long run, you're not making anything. So at the back of my mind, I still knew that I was still going to own a school. You understand, from my background of early childhood education. So fast forward to all of the jobs I did, and I was able to find a job somewhere. They were paying much more big. I don't know if I can say the amount here. They were paying me much more back home in Nigeria. I was the head of school. So they were paying me much more. So when I got that money, I knew that and buying lands was so cheap. I knew there was an opportunity for me to buy my own land and just do something. You understand? And which myself and my husband were able to do. We just, he just spoke to me like, dear, you can't just be making all this money. And that's one lesson you need to learn. Don't just make money and spend it. Don't make money and use it lavishly. It comes fine, but you take care of yourself part-time, and you still do the budget of spending the money in reinvesting the money. And be sure to invest your money in the right place. Be sure to invest your money in the right place. Find out from people. I would have actually owned a building far back as when I was 19 or 18. You understand? Because I had that money, but there was nobody to guide me. I didn't have guidance. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a coach. Most of my coaches were on books that I read. You understand? So find the right person to lead you through, to guide you on the money you have and the investments you want to make. Exactly. So my husband was really helpful with his own idea, with my own idea. We were able to come together and we were able to erect a structure. For a start, we actually rented a place.
Wow.
We rented a place for the school. So when the school was growing, we moved to another place. So when we moved to another place, now the school is okay. People are running it and all of that. And back down to the United States of America, you started all over again and all of that. And to the glory of God, using the strategy that I told you, you don't spend all your money. They call it something approach. Like I've really forgotten the name, but they call
The
it one name,
80-20
like
principle, parental principle.
yeah, maybe something like that. But they like you are persevering. You are
Yeah,
not spending all the money.
yeah, it's called like pay it now and play later.
I
So that
pay
means
later,
yes,
exactly.
you
Yes.
keep a
So
major chunk of your money and you spend a little, reinvest
a
your other
little.
part.
Thank you, Sister Sandra. So that was what happened. So we were able to save, God help us, we were able to get job, because we are professional. My husband is a professional, I'm a professional. So we're able to get good job. So from there, we're saving, spending, we take care of ourselves, rest, praying to God. Yes, very, very important. I'm a Christian, and you pray to God, you understand. I'm an evangelist, so you pray to God. And another thing is helping the people, helping the poor, giving out to the poor and the needy is very important. So you own something, you're also giving out back to people. So that kind of helped us. So at the long run, we were like, okay, let's just open another school year, chains of school. Let's not just be one school. So we did. We were able to, and through the help of, and that's why I say, when you give or when you help people, it will really come back to you.
You're
A
actually
person I
helping
didn't
yourself.
know.
You're helping
Sorry,
yourself. When you
you're
give, you're
helping
helping
yourself.
yourself in the long run.
Yes, a person I don't know from one, and to tell you, this story is really long, but just to tell you that one person that was helping, I was actually, I also sing. That's one thing I do too. So one guy opening up a studio, I was always following him. The place is so far. It doesn't pay me, you understand? And one of my background of when I came back to the United States of America was I was able to do, even before my papers, I was able to do some things for free. Those things I did for free, because back home the educational system is different than the educational system here. So with that, it's still kind of the same, but kind of different. There is a little different. So with that, I was able to use that skill to learn the educational system here, and that kind of helped me with my business, myself and my husband's business. But coming to the fact that helping people can also help you is in the sense that that guy needed me to sing for him. You understand? He needed me to do a backup. He was producing a song. So he needed me to do a backup. And the place is so far, like I have to drive 1 hour. So on a Saturday, he would call me, like every Saturday, we just go. And he was not paying me. But I was just doing it because I love to sing. And I actually love to give back to people. I love to share my time, share my energy, share whatever resources. So myself, and I've been looking for somebody to help us open up our daycare for a long time. I've met a lot of people, and what they will say, bring $30,000, we are going to coach you. Bring $40,000, we are going to coach you. But this particular guy, not knowing to him, he knows somebody. And to tell you, this guy does not like it. It is not, you would never think that he would know somebody that would introduce me to opening up a business. You understand? So he knows somebody, so I would follow him, we would sing, and after everything, he would, because he doesn't really have much, so he would buy cheese, burger, and some few things, and he would give it to me and say, give to your children and your husband, or give to yours. I said, you don't have to do all of this. He said, oh no, it's just my. So when we were talking one of these days, I was listening to my audio. They reached that word that is my guide, you understand? So one of the things that the wife did, I've forgotten the wife name right now. So I was listening to it, and we got talking. I said, oh, business is the way. And I said, okay, so what is it that you can do? I've been thinking of, starting a business, but they are really looking for a chunk from me, that the people that are going to coach me, and I don't even have that kind of money. I have it to set up the business, but not to, and he said, okay, no problem. I could actually help you. I can link you up with somebody. And lo and behold, he linked me up. The person helped me from the scratch to wherever without collecting a dime. I tell you, without collecting a dime from me.
That's
I
awesome.
almost jump, I'm like, I would want to, because funny enough, the lady is a pastor. The husband is also a pastor. And they were like, no, somebody also helped us out. and she didn't collect a dime from us. So, you know, we
They are
were passing
repeating what the
goodness.
person did.
Exactly. So we are
Reciprocating what
passing
the
on
person did.
goodness. Exactly. So we are passing on goodness to everybody. So we don't need a dime from you. You know, all we need from you is just to pass on the goodness too. I said, really? And they helped me out with everything. They helped me out the buying of materials in the daycare, everything that we need to do, everything. They helped us out. And lo and behold, we are running. And she was even encouraging me, said, you can own the second one, you can own a third one, and you know, and she was, you know, she was very, very good at that. And that's what we are still doing up until now with my husband. So, guys,
awesome.
I want to encourage you from all of my stories. Do good, because in one way or the other, it will come back to you.
Yeah.
And be patient, persevere. You understand? And don't look down on people, because you never can tell where your blessing is coming from.
True.
And thank you so much for having me.
I know you've not finished. I know I actually wanted to cut you off, but I said the story. Let me allow you to get to a finish end so that we can just, you know, wrap this. It looks like I'm going to bring you over and over again. Yeah, like John Maxwell would say, he said, when you go out to look out for people, in return, those people will look out for you.
Yes.
So that was what you did. You were looking out for that brother. You were helping him to build his own. Whilst helping him to do his own, God will use him to open something for you. That's why John Maxwell will always tell you, go out there to help people, not because of what you want to gain in return.
Yes.
So whilst helping there, you're also helping yourself in return. And those same people will help you to get your own.
We help you to
that
get
was awesome. That was a great story, you know.
Yes.
We are not meant to be a reservoir, we're meant to be a river. We're meant to flow.
Yes.
Somebody gave you something, so be a channel to others. Some people will help you to odd, and it's okay, you have to pay me something. I would always tell people, money is not all that is to life.
No.
Because money will finish. What remains is relationship. And that's why I tell people, I say relationships are the ships will ride on to destiny. What ship do you want to ride on if you don't have a good relationship with people? There's no network. So we're not here to burn bridges, but to build bridges.
Correct.
It's been a great time talking to you. I wanted to ask more questions, but I'm going to cut it and leave it here on the cup. So maybe we'll probably have a part 1, a part 2, a part 3. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate our viewers. Thank you for being on this show. It is said that a leader is one who knows it, does it, and shares it with others. So if this has been a blessing to you, please do not only like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, but please help us to share. Let's be a blessing. Like I told her, I said, we need to reciprocate the goodness that we receive from others so that the world itself will be a better place. Let's go out there to be a difference maker, dare to make a difference in your world. And thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for making our time out of your busy schedule.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
My love to your kids and your beautiful husband.
All right.
I'll catch you up later.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
If you've made it this far into this video, thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe so you can support your girl. Thank you.